Hi guys, this is Dr. Prassan Sir, your Faculty of Obstetrics and Gynecology from PW. Guys, exam time is here and I'm sure you're all tense and worked up. But remember one thing, you still have 3 months, guys. And in these 3 months, if you read smartly, you can make it easily. We all say practice makes perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect is the way to look at. So please remember, do of the big subjects now itself. Medicine, surgery, gynae, PSM. These guys, these are going to take a long time for you to revise. So this first month, finish them off. And remember, even if you do these topics very well, out of 40, you're going to get maximum 37 to 38 marks, or maybe 36, 37 marks. And if you are not able to recall them properly before the exam, you'll still get around 29, 30 marks because you've read them now itself. Because don't keep them for the last few days. You're not going to be able to finish them at that moment. Then, after finishing these four big subjects, come to those five subjects which are going to decide whether you're going to pass or fail. I'm telling you, biochemistry, ophthalmology, forensic, microbiology, psychiatry, these five subjects. If any one of you is not reading these subjects, then you're doing a major mistake in life, because these subjects are the ones which are perfect scoring subjects. We call them those career forming subjects, because if you do these subjects well, then you get good ranks also in your NEET PG whenever you write them. So yes, we are talking about the MCI exam now, but this is how you're going to make sure that these five subjects, if they are good, then you're going to get better ranks. Because if you do not read biochemistry properly, then you're going to get 0 out of 15 because you've not read it at all. And if you read this, even the basics, because in biochemistry, ophthal, we are asking you the outright basics. At least this much you have to know in these tough subjects. And if you read them well, whichever source you're reading, you're going to get 15 out of 15 in biochemistry. And that's what is going to make you pass and also decide a rank for you in life. So please do these five subjects next. And there are subjects like pharmacology, tough to read, tough to remember. What we used to do, read pharmacology of those big subjects which I told you: medicine, surgery, gynae, and then also anesthesia. The drugs which we tell you in these four subjects, this is bulk of the pharmacology questions which they come. So please remember to read these drugs properly, the ones which we are telling you, and read the doses also. Don't keep asking whether the doses are going to come. They are going to come, and especially carbetocin has come to you. Calcium gluconate has come to you, magnesium sulfate has come to you in my subject. So do not be short on remembering these doses, and grams, milligrams, micrograms. Don't make a mess of them. Please remember them properly. Discuss with your friends. Now, when you've done this 2 months of preparation of these 19 subjects, I'm telling you 19 subjects. If any one of your seniors is telling you, read 12, leave these remaining 7 subjects, that guy is your biggest enemy. Read all 19 subjects, give all subjects the importance they deserve. Now you've done these 2 months of preparation. Last 1 month, from mid-December to January 17th, when you're reading, please go with the same protocol. Revise the big subjects first. Don't give more than 1 or 2 days to these big subjects, and then start doing this smaller subjects again. And the remaining 7, 8 subjects which I didn't mention, go with the same order. And before the exam 1 week, read only the smaller subjects. In those days, read tables, read charts which you made, and do not, for God's sakes, in that last 15, 20 days before the exam, do not change the source of your reading. Do not get so desperate that you ask your friend and you pick up his book which you have never read before. That is what is going to give you a lot of confusion. So last 15, 20 days, do not attempt too many new books, and do not attempt a new question bank. Do not write too many grant tests at that time. I always keep saying, do a few grant tests to understand where you're standing in the exams, because most of the grant tests are made very tough so that you guys feel a little that we have to read much more. Because until unless we don't make a good grant test, you guys don't feel that you've written a good exam. But most institutes do that, and most apps also do that. So do not get too perturbed if you're getting very bad marks in the grant test, and don't get too confident if you pass in the grant test. It is just for practice. Do a few of them. But the punchline of this talk here are the PYQs. Yes, if you're reading gynecology from me, it is very simple. Read my notes and go and hit the MCQs by Dr. Prassan Sir on YouTube. I'm sure you just put Jan 2025 or July 25 MCI exam, you're going to get your same teacher teaching you with the same method that we are going to tell you how to read each and every topic in detail. Every question will explain you properly. So, what is the best method to use the YouTube? Read the question, pause, read the question, and give your answer first. And after getting your answer, please see what I'm explaining you next after you play the video next. So, understand, very important, your teacher, his notes, and his MCQs. Even if you're not on any app, even if you're not bought too many books, this is the easiest way to pass your exam. Of course, you're with PW, you're going to do well. Even if you're reading any other source, whichever source, all teachers are trying to help you pass this exam. Do not change your teacher 1 week before the exam. And please remember, if you're going to write the gynae exam, the way I tell you, at least you'll get more than 35 marks. Please read these four topics before you leave the room: CS cervix in gynae, then PCOS, and in obstetrics, must do PPH and surveillance, fetal surveillance, which has antepartum surveillance and intrapartum surveillance, which is biophysical profile and non-stress test. So do not miss out on these four topics. If you have time, please read GDM and PIH. Also read a little bit about vasectomies and tubectomies. These are hot short topics. But the four topics which I told you first, do not leave your rooms without reading those topics. So do a very good exam, guys, because you prepared well. You burned the midnight oil for so many months. So let that effort count. Don't let all these long nights efforts, the days when you've not slept at all, and the number of hours you have sacrificed. You've not watched cricket matches, you've not gone to the weddings in your family, and you're missing your parents and your loved ones. Still, you are reading. So, the effort which you have put in, please give credit to that effort by reading the limited number of notes which you have. Do not try to confuse yourself with new sources repeatedly, I'm saying. So, write a very good exam, guys, on Jan 17th, and by 5th, 10th, get back to us with the results. Let's have a party. All the best, guys. Thank you.